Hey guys, and welcome back. This week I'm going to be doing a recipe that's from Gordon Ramsay. Me and Greg were watching one of his shows. I forget which one it's called. I'll try to link it down below in my description. We were watching one of his shows and he made potato cakes with baked beans, and I thought it looked really good, so I wanted to try to make it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I already have my potatoes boiling right here, and we have to make the baked beans. They're not really baked. I mean, they're probably already baked in the can. We're just using regular white beans and then adding all like the flavors and stuff to that. I'm pretty excited. I've never made my own baked beans before. I've made like black beans in the crock pot before, but I think that's all I've done with beans. I don't know if you've noticed, but things may be looking a little better around here and hopefully sounding a little bit better too. I got a little microphone and then there's a light behind you. I hope it makes a difference. Obviously, his recipe is over video because it was part of that show. I do have it pulled up on my computer over here, so I'm gonna be like watching that as I go, but it's not written down anywhere, so I don't know any measurements. I'm just eyeballing it according to what he did. Hopefully, I get something sort of right. First thing we need to do is cut the bacon. He actually used pancetta, but I don't know where to buy pancetta at Stater Brothers. I don't think they have that. So I got Stater Brothers bacon, and I got the one that's like extra thick cut. So I'm just gonna take a couple pieces of that bacon and just give it a chop just like he did, and we could put it in the pan. So Gordon Ramsay's whole thing for this dish that he made was taking something from his childhood and elevating it and making it more like restaurant quality. It's kind of what he does. It's what he's all about. I'm gonna be like somewhere in the middle there, like childhood, but a little bit classy. I probably have too hot of a pan. Whatever he used in place of the bacon doesn't let off as much fat, like as much grease. So I don't know if I'm supposed to drain it or not. I don't think I'm gonna drain the grease off just because I feel like it'll help add to the flavor, and it's baked beans. It's supposed to be a little indulgent, you know? And the next thing he added to the pancetta was a chopped chili. Stater Brothers doesn't have red chilies. I asked the guy in the produce department and he said, no, we don't have those anymore. We haven't had them for several years. Calm down, all right? I'm just gonna use crushed chili flakes that you put on pizza because I feel like it's probably the same thing, but just dehydrated. I don't really know. If I'm doing the wrong thing, let me know because maybe it's worth a trip to Ralph's. All right, I think I need to work a little faster because my chili and bacon are burning a little bit. The next thing he adds is a clove of garlic, and he is a crusher thing, which I happen to have. I don't have a zester, but I do have a garlic crusher. And then we have to add in some red onion, which I already diced. I tried to do a little fancy video for you, but the camera wasn't working. So we've got some red onion diced here. So my potatoes are done boiling. I think they started floating, so I'm pretty sure that they're done. Yeah, they're done for sure. So I just took them off the heat and I drained them, and I'm just gonna let them cool a little bit. So I'll be able to work with them and make them into the little potato cakes, which is kind of like a pancake essentially. So his is looking pretty dry and mine is looking very greasy. So I'm just gonna drain off a little bit of the bacon grease. And then the next thing that he adds to it is brown sugar. He does like a big heaping spoonful, so I'm just gonna do pretty much what he did. And I guess it's supposed to caramelize. That sounds scary and dangerous. Why not? Let's go for it. The bacon is looking really crispy and delicious. I'm excited. And then he added some cider vinegar. He said it deglazed the pan, but my pan is greasy as heck. There's nothing stuck to that pan. Maybe it's because I have one of these copper ceramic pans and it's just amazing, so nothing sticks to it. But I'm just gonna put some of that vinegar in it. He said a couple tablespoons, so. Oh, yeah, hear it sizzling? And then he said one of his favorite seasonings is Worcester sauce. I guess it's said differently in Europe, but I do love me some Worcestershire sauce. I put it in my fried rice. It's good stuff. I didn't really see how much he put in, but I'm doing that much. Hopefully that's the right amount. And then we have to bring it to a boil, and it is already there, so we're good on that. And then we have to add in pureed tomatoes, or tomatoes if you're Gordon. They didn't have pureed tomatoes at Stater Brothers because, you know, it's Stater Brothers. It might be just an America thing, I don't know. But I got tomato sauce, so hopefully that's the right thing. I don't know if I got enough. I got like the smallest thing because I was like, I don't think you put a lot of tomato sauce in baked beans, but it looked like he put in a ton. So I'm just gonna use this whole can and hopefully that's enough. A trick to get the lid out of a can like this is to get a refrigerator magnet, but our fridge is stainless steel, so we don't have any magnets. lasagna. That looks right. It looks like the same stuff he used. I feel like I should have let the brown sugar cook a little bit more, and maybe that's what I was supposed to deglaze off the pan. I don't know. So now the sauce has to simmer and reduce so that it's like more thick, you know, reduced. While I'm waiting though, I can strain my beans. And I just got white beans. He used something called haricot beans. Never heard of it. It doesn't say that on here, I don't think. Ooh, Great Northern beans. Is that like Britain? The Great North? I don't know. Maybe it's Canada. I don't know. It says it's from Arizona, so that's not really the North. It's more like the Southwest. So at this point, we can add in the beans. My beans do look a little bigger than his, so they're probably not the same bean. Just gonna mix those in, and then he said to let it simmer and let the beans kind of absorb all the flavors from the sauce. He said about 5 to 6 minutes, but I'm just gonna let it simmer until I'm done with the potato cakes. He says that making potato cakes is an easy way to use leftover boiled potatoes. What? I don't have leftover boiled potatoes. Who does that? Gotta be a Europe thing. But I made some potatoes. I did use just regular Yukon Gold potatoes. I feel like those are my favorite ones to use for mashed potatoes. I keep those pretty much on hand all the time. If you've ever made Hasselback potatoes, they work really great for that too. Those are the ones where you cut almost all the way through it, like several times. So it's like a comb. Highly recommend. For the potato cake dough, he only had to add butter and flour to the potatoes, but he didn't tell me how much. So we're just gonna wing it like we said we were going to. I feel like he added a lot of butter, but I don't feel like it was a whole stick worth of butter. So I'm just using like a half a stick of butter. Hopefully it's not too much. I'm just gonna mix that in there so that it's melted. The beans are looking really good right now. So I've got the butter mixed into my potatoes. They are a little lumpy. So now to add the flour, I really honestly don't know how much to do. It didn't look like he added a ton. So I'm just gonna do like a spoonful and see if it looks like the same thing that he had. So his came out the consistency of like Play-Doh almost, like a really soft Play-Doh. Mine might need a little bit more flour. Those are looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this little board and kind of like shape out the little cake. Says you need some flour on the board. He like gripped it with his fingers though, so he could get some on his hands. And then just take a little bit of the dough, put it on your board, and pray for the best. So I feel like it's really soft. It might be because my potatoes are still a little bit warm. Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like mine is really big too. I'm just gonna do that and like maybe use a spatula to help me out getting it into the pan because it's probably gonna be difficult. Okay, so my pan is hot as heck. And then you have to spray in some oil. He didn't spray it, he poured it, but we got this. Place in the cakes. I'm scared. All right, I'm gonna very carefully place these in the pan. You can hear a little bit of sizzle. That one is huge. This one is floppy. Okay, they're all in there. And now we have to put butter in the pan. He said to put it towards the outside of the pan. Okay, they're not sticking, so that's good. Okay, something's turning brown in the bottom. I feel like it might be just flour, but it looks good so far. I'm not panicking yet, anyway. I just hope that they're getting like that golden brown color on the bottom of the cakes, because that I feel like is gonna be really good. Okay, I'm gonna try to flip one. Oh, it does look brown. How do I get it on the spatula? Ooh, that looks good. That one's a little burnt. But they look good. I'm excited. All right, now it's time to get it on the plate. Okay, we've got that potato cake. And then just spoon over top the baked beans. There it is. I am so excited to eat this. It looks really good. I did taste the beans and they are very, very spicy from the red chili flakes, but I like spicy, so it's okay. I'm gonna take a bite. My beans are a little drier than his were. I think I left them cooking a little too long and it reduced the sauce a lot. They're good. I should have put salt in the potatoes. I don't know why I didn't do that. He didn't do that, so maybe he forgot to tell me, but they're good. I almost want to like fry an egg and put that on top. I feel like that would be really, really good. I love my breakfast food. So I feel like the potato makes the spice not as bad, but I'm really digging this. Thanks for watching again this week. I hope you enjoyed another savory dish from me. I'm eating this for breakfast because it's early. It's like 8 o'clock. It's 9:30, just kidding. But you can totally have it for lunch or for dinner and put something else on the side of it. I think it's really good. I will link a video of him cooking the recipe down below as well, so you can follow along with that if you'd rather. I don't have a recipe website to link down below, but you can watch that video or just follow along with mine either way. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, give my video a thumbs up and go ahead and share this on your page, and I will see you again next week. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Ew. What do you do next, Gordon?